Welcome back to another reading. This is another general reading. This is another manifestation reading. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into it. We're gonna first start with a singing bill. We're gonna clear the energy. We're gonna align our chakras, things like that. Right? If the first reading didn't really resonate with you, hopefully this one does. Don't worry about it. It's okay. But make sure you guys are taking from the videos. Make sure you guys are taking from whatever information that you learned throughout your day. Whether it be, even if it doesn't really resonate with you at that moment, it can resonate with you in the future. So you can make sure you take that knowledge, because anything that you see, anything you hear, anything you learn will apply at some point in your life. Remember, the higher powers makes no mistakes, and the spirit makes no mistakes in ensuring that you guys collect your information. You just gotta make sure you're open-minded and aware of your surroundings and things like that, right? Because it will assist you while in this lifetime that you're on this earth, right? We're gonna go ahead and first start with your message. What's in your message of this reading? So let's see. What is your message? What do we got here? Okay. Oh, power. Ensuring you guys do have the power. You have the power to do whatever you want to do, right? Power is in your hands. We're gonna put that in single for good luck. All right, guys. Let's get right into it. Hopefully, you guys are doing good. Hopefully, you guys are getting some messages, some confirmation, and things like that. You guys, hopefully, you guys are paying attention to your dream state. Hopefully, you guys, are doing all of those things, right? I want to make sure that you guys clear your minds with this general reading. Understand it is a general reading, so if you guys have to take the time to just reflect on your past, present, or the future, feel free to do so while we're doing this reading. Let's see here. All right, Spirit, what message do you have for the divine? What message do you have for the divine? Divine meaning, spirituality. Who are you? You guys do believe in spirituality? If you came across this, okay. Oh wow! Right? I don't know if this is saying. I don't know if you guys have been, getting into new things, and you guys have been, doing your thing with it, and not allowing things to be limitless. This is a lion, right? And a lion is built different, right? The reason why they have this saying that it's like I don't know if you guys I like to sometimes, if I'm feeling down, I watch like a motivational speech or things like that, and it is like a thing. One of the guys, they say like a lion is wired different, like him and the gazelle, two large beasts, but the gazelle is wired to run when he sees the lion. The lion is wired to hunt when he sees the gazelle. So you being a lion, or the lion coming out, is just any power that was just put in the singing bill is kind of confirming that if you guys are feeling down, you guys have to reflect on the powerful things that you've done in your life. The things that you have accomplished. Understanding that if you're going through struggle situation, God and the higher power puts his strongest, puts his toughest. I just said it in the last video. Puts his toughest mission to the strongest soldier. So you have to understand that you are lying in the toughest conditions. You will seek, you will seek things out of it. Like it will start becoming easy towards you, because that's what you're built for. You're wired differently from everybody. That's why you're the divine. Spirit, what other messages do you have for us? Talk less, feel more is your message. Talk less, feel more could indicate, I don't know if you guys, like I said, I don't know if you guys are starting something new, any new journeys, and you're kind of been spending more time consulting about it or conversating about it and less time actually doing it. And I encourage you guys to get out there and do it. With whatever that could be. If you've been thinking about it and you've been thinking about doing it, even if you have to do it on the side. I know you guys are probably working 16 hours, 17 hours, and then look, by me just saying a 16-hour shift, if you only work an 8-hour shift, that's perfect. See, if I can apply this statement to somebody that works a 16-hour shift to spend an hour out of the day, because you have 24 hours in a day, you can spend an hour out of your day, or 30 minutes, you got a lunch break, whatever, just researching, doing something that's going to put you in a better predicament than just talking about, like, for an example, if I was to just speak to somebody and keep talking about how I want to be a mechanic, and I could spend 30 minutes just researching each day about mechanic things and learning something every day, so then when I actually make that effort to go to a mechanic shop and I speak to that person's gonna be like, wow, this person knows a good bit of stuff about cars. I've never worked on a car before. And they're gonna consult and get a voluntary, even if it's 15 minutes out of your day to go down to the shop or whatever. Every day, even if it's 10 minutes, think about this. Every day for 5 days a week, that's an hour. Well, 6 days a week, Monday to Saturday, that's a whole hour that you spend. And an hour could do a lot. 10 minutes of learning things or seeing things could do a lot for you. I promise you can. I'm telling you, you can. It can do a lot for you. You know what I'm saying? So that's just talking, that feels more just indicating that whatever you want to do, you need to make sure you're getting into it some sort of way, even if it's just learning information. Right? Spirit, what message do you have for us? Okay. So we have here the one that was set up was step into your power. It's the one that was flipped right side up, I'm sorry. Step into your power. Look at this. You see pattern? Look at that. Step into your power. Now, to step into your power, like I said, you can do little things a day, right? You can, like, if you want to enhance your literature, you can read. If you want to enhance your physical capability, you can, exercise. If you want to enhance your inner health, you can eat healthier, eat vegetables, eat plant-based meals. So what I'm saying is, but step into your power just means do things that's going to enhance your growth. Anything that's going to deteriorate you, not saying you can avoid it 100%, but you can actually avoid it to a point where it's going to distract you from doing things that you need to do, right? So like arguments. If you have an argument with somebody that's obviously not going to benefit you in anything, any shape or form with where you're trying to go. Say you're trying to do something and you get caught up in an argument. Yeah, tell that person, you're right, whatever, and keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? Avoid those type of things, or ensure that you're not putting fuel to the fire that's already been there. If the fire is lit, now you're just trying to diffuse it. Diffuse the situation and keep moving. That's stepping into your power. Doing things that's going to take you in the right direction that you want to be in is stepping into your power, right? So ensure you guys are doing that. Ensure you guys are looking at things from a bigger perspective and not just at that moment. Think beyond that moment. Oh, okay, this moment happened. All right, what can I do to ensure that I continue to grow, continue the process? Right? What other messages do you have for us? What other message? Okay, we have here. Step up and lead. Let me tell you guys, right? Whether you guys are a manager or not, when you're in a location, I promise you this, when you're in a location, you can benefit off of doing the manager's job. And at first I wasn't saying do the job, but listen, I'm telling you, if you like this is any time in life. This is any time in life. Apply this to any situation. That's like if you're walking in a park and you see a cup or some trash and you put it in the trash can, you have been the 1% or whatever the case is of helping the pollution in the earth. You see what I'm saying? So don't feel just because you're not entitled to, or you don't have to, or you feel like, well, I'm not gonna benefit right away. Like, okay, like say you're at work or whatever and you see something needs to be done. By you just doing it, you've like, and it doesn't just have to apply for work. This could apply for anything. It could be at home. You see dishes need to be done. By you just doing it, it ensures that number one, it gets done, and also you just learn, that you just grasp another skill. Say you don't normally do it. You don't normally mow the lawn, but you did it. Maybe your peoples normally do it, your uncle whatever, or your mother whatever normally does, but you did it. You not only got it done, but you enhance your skills. So now you know how to do more things. Also, I'm going to explain this. Some things don't get instant gratification. Some things you don't just do. Some things you do don't just get money handed to you or benefits handed to you. You feel like, well, I'm not going to benefit off of that. Some things in the long term, like I said, skills. You cut the grass, you can now cut your own grass. You see what I'm saying? So it's and you can save money that way. Saving money is damn near making money, basically, right? So ensure that you guys are looking at things from a longer perspective. Like, yo, this has been sitting here for years, for whatever time. Let me go ahead and knock this out the way, right? So that's why I encourage you guys to have an open mind. If you guys are watching this platform and you guys are interested, I just continue to kind of inspire you guys to have an open mind, because you never know what you can accomplish out of it, right? Spirit, what the message do you have for us for the divine? Oh man. Okay, Spirit, the divine cards. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. What the message do you have for us? Okay, we have honor your feelings. This is very true and very important. Ensure whatever feelings you guys getting, that little butterfly feeling, or that intuition, some may say, whatever the case is, of something, you have to honor it. Whatever the way you feel. If you feel disrespected, you gotta say you feel disrespected. If you feel, dawned, you gotta. If you're feeling disappointment, or you don't want to do something no more, you have to go with that feeling. You can't just do something because what I'm saying. It's like, or I understand sometimes you don't want to. You feel like you're not doing something and you want to quit and give up. That's it's kind of different. What I'm trying to say is make sure that like for an example, you guys at a job, whatever, you don't want to be there no more. Find a new job. You know what I'm saying? Switch it up. Do something that you love, right? In the conditions, obviously, we're in a society. What this is saying is the spiritual side. Obviously, in a society where you sign a contract, you gotta honor that. Yeah, you want to honor your feelings, but you also, I know someone's contradicting, but you also want to make sure. I don't want to encourage you guys to go out there and sign a contract, and then the next day you're like, oh, I don't want to do it no more. Because that goes both ways. Suppose you was the person that, got somebody to do a job for you, and now you don't want to do it no more. You know what I'm saying? So, as contradicting as it sounds, it's a call on the spiritual note. So, make sure that you guys, if you guys are feeling a certain way, that you really and truly feel that way, and then that's why it's important to listen to. I feel like a lot of people go off of the moment. You know what I mean? They don't really sit there and think about all these situations that could occur. If you sit down and you think about all the consequences or the pros or the cons, and you honor, if you have so much people, that would have slight, feeling like, oh, maybe this not work. You need to honor that. What happens is you have people that get caught up in contract deals and all that, which is obviously not natural. That's why I say it's contradicting if you apply that. Your life right now, I promise you this, if you have a car, you have a job and all of that, what you do, and there's nothing wrong with it, but it's contradicting obviously to spirit, because spirit's telling you to be free, and here you are entrapped, here you are a slave. We all are in some situations, because, when it comes down to even something like a traffic light, for example. You want to go, but the traffic light says stop. Clearly it says stop for certain reasons. So what I'm saying is, it says honor your feelings, but make sure you guys are not doing things that's going to trap you. Like if you're signing a contract today and you're not thinking about all the consequences that come, you just sign it because you feel like signing. You're like, well, under my feelings, I want to sign this, so I just signed it. And the next day you don't want to do it anymore. That's not how society works, unfortunately. So I make sure that I clarify that, because I don't want you guys to feel like because you signed a contract, you don't have to honor what you signed, and see, that will be contradictory, because you still have to have some sort of commitment, or some sort, not even commitment, some sort of responsibility. You know what I'm saying? And because if you're not responsibility for your actions, then what are you? You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to clarify that. Just because it says honor your feelings, and if you guys did something, you feel like, oh, you could just do whatever because you feel like, no. It basically means that if you're getting that butterfly feeling, then it's not for you. But spirit normally, 90% of the time, or even damn near 100, if you before you about to do something, if you sit down and just think about it before you do it, just think about it. Is it rational? Like, is it something that you're gonna regret later? They're normally gonna give you a little sign in your stomach to not do it, not sign that contract, not getting it, because once you sign that thing, you should first of all you should have read it, whatever. And it's just not just a contract, but it's like people go out and they do all these things and they get themselves in a tussle. They, with no proper research, no proper guidance, they don't have the spiritual guidance, and then they just find themselves being in a place where they don't want to be at, and then they feel targeted and all that. But it's like people have the freedom to say no. So don't let people brainwash you guys into thinking that the world is this. Certain people are evil, but you have the freedom to say no. You have, and it's like it's sad because it's like you have people that get up in these contract deals and will sit there and tell you, oh, this is evil. Listen, they did not do their proper research. They are not guided. They are not in the divine calling because they're not sitting there thinking rationally. Like, sit down, think rationally, pray, get proper guidance from your higher power, and really thinking about it. Like, something you love doing is basically anything that brings so much negativity, but it doesn't matter to you. It's like if you look at somebody that trains, I promise you this, if somebody trains, they gotta wake up early. Think about all these things. They gotta wake up early. They gotta eat less. They don't really get to eat a lot of these sweet stuff that you may eat. They sit there and go train for hours. They have to experience pains. Oh my God, got neck things right now. Like stretching my neck out. As I'm talking about it, that's how you know it's real. They gotta experience all of these conditions, but yet they do it because they love it. And they continue to do it. So whenever you see people that get themselves caught up in a situation, always recognize they never truly loved it. Because you have to love everything that comes with it if you want to be in that position. So you guys have to honor your intuition feelings. Not how I feel right now, so let me go ahead now. Because you still have to have responsibility as a person. Right? If you sign something and you didn't read it, that's your business. That's something you just have to thug it out. Because if shoe was on the opposite foot, you don't want that person to honor the contract. So it's all about, look at the true words, honor. Make sure you guys are honoring your first and foremost responsibilities and stuff. If you made a child, just because you feel like giving up, don't mean you shouldn't give up. You have to honor your responsibilities. That comes first as a person. You know what I'm saying? So, but I feel like we spend time on that. But I definitely, Spirit gives me messages. I'm talking to you guys. I speak with Spirit. I speak to you guys like through Spirit. So, you know, I'm just giving you guys a rundown. Like, make sure you guys are talking. Make sure you guys are chilling out with whatever before you start. This even could be a part-time gig. Anything you do is a lifestyle. Anything that you do affects your life. So make sure you guys are really taking your time to analyze these things and move accordingly. What messages do you have for you to find? What messages? What's this? Oh, find a balance. Very important. Very, very important. Find things you want to do. Create like a routine, a schedule. You know, it's just about being one with the universe, right? Find a balance of being one. You know, finding something that's neutral, finding something that you can actually do, that's appropriate, you know, that's not too much or too little. Find a thing that, you know, makes sense or it's conditioned for you. Like, you have to try to evolve yourself around you. Like I said, don't be trying to do things that you don't have to do. If you don't have to sit there and like I said, if you love something that much, you wouldn't mind spending hours and hours on it. It wouldn't bother you. But don't be doing things to get the reward. Don't be doing things for the fact of, or doing things, like I said, I love tarot reading, so I would do this. I could do videos and videos and videos because it doesn't really bother me. But I also have balance. I love it that much where I'm intaking anything else that comes with it, whether it be waking up early in the morning to try to get it done in the nighttime, when the morning time, things like that. I enjoy it, right? Spending an hour, 2 hours talking to you guys, I enjoy it. As far as though, I'm not gonna spend all day on it because I have to have balance, right? I can't sit in the chair all day. I have to go and I got a schedule where I go work out, I go do reading, I go for walks, I go eat. I still have to take care of myself, right? So that's all about balance, because then by me going out and living my life too, I can come back and I can tell you guys what I've learned, things like that. So it's important that you have balance, you have that, that level or that play field of things that you learn and the things that you can share and things like that, right? So balance is key to longevity success, right? You can sit there and you can earn, and you might burn out. You know what I'm saying? You might just burn out. But having balance just ensures that you get the work done, but you also get to enjoy life while you're working. And I feel like that's one of the best things, right? Now, I'm not saying you're not enjoying your work, but I'm just saying, like, if you're spending all this time at work and you're not spending time with your kids and, things that you gotta do, you might not have kids, but it could be, you're not enjoying life to the fullest, you know what I'm saying? You wake up one day and you realize, like, I just spent all the time at work. Like, I don't spend time here. I don't do this. I don't get to. You miss out on so much things if you're not just taking that hour or whatever away from that. Just take some time away from it and just, balance it out accordingly. Like, if you don't need those finances to sustain your lifestyle, and you would rather go to the beach, then go to the beach for an hour or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So just really think about it. Everything doesn't have to be grind time. Some things could just be, you work, have a good workflow. You work, play, you work, you play, and it balances out. And then you can do it for 20, 30, 40 years without any feelings of, like, feeling like it's overwhelming or you're always working. You know what I'm saying? Right? What are the messages we have for the divine? What are the messages? Okay, so we have lighten up. Lighten up. Lighten up could be like if you're upset right now. I don't know if you guys' energy is upset. I don't know if you guys' energy is off. You're upset right now. Lighten up could be a confirmation for you guys, or a message to think of the better days, right? Think of the good times, right? You don't have to walk around upset. Just think about the good times. Think about the things that make you happy. Think about the why you're working. Like, say if you're frustrated right now because you're going to work or things like that, maybe think about what are you working towards. Maybe think about what is your plan. What was your initial plan to getting into that job? What was your initial plan to, you might be a rookie at that job. What was your initial plan to get? Why did you choose that position? Oh, is your position to become management so that you can, help your family, or is it, so you can, create a better financial situation for yourself? Whatever it is. Think about the things that you initially, did what you got into, whatever you're into. Or think about the things, if you are frustrated about your life right now, think about things that, can occur after you get through this process. Say, you're in your apartment or whatever, you're stressed out about bills or whatever the case is. Think about, like, okay, what am I going to do after these bills are paid off? Just kind of think positive and just kind of make yourself feel a little bit better about your scenario. You know what I'm saying? You could even say things like, oh man, I know it's tough right now, but I could have been her, or I could have ended up her. And that's a healthy mindset, because it reflects and humbles you to understand and to recognize that things could have been worse, and it makes you feel grateful, and it makes you feel a lot better than if you're just saying, because if you're always focused on things that you don't have, you're never going to understand things that you do have. And if you're always saying, well, I don't have this, or I don't have that, you become so caught up in this negative mindset, you become so reliable on negative thoughts, and you drain your emotions intentionally. You are intentionally draining yourself. Rather than doing that, I will encourage you guys to reflect on things that could have happened or would have happened. And what would that do is that would be like a reflection. If you guys are right now stressed out, right? If you just sit there and think, I couldn't even, it's good that I'm alive today, innit? Because now you're alive, you're like, wait a minute. Actually, this is a lot. Then, because I could have been dead. Like, this is real life. Like, I could have been dead. I'm not very stressed now because my life ain't good right now, but I could have been dead. And once you realize that, you look around, everything becomes so much better. Right? Like I said, I don't know what situation you guys are in right now. I can just encourage you guys to come out of that situation and understand, like I said before, God doesn't make no mistakes. He will put as long as you're living, He'll put his toughest missions to the strongest soldiers. So embrace that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you guys are going through. I don't want to say that you guys should be happy with where you're at. But what I'm saying is, for one, have an understanding that you're living, and for two, realize what you're going through is only gonna enhance or is only prepping you for what you're about to get in the future. You know what I'm saying? Spread. What messages? Yeah, for divine. I do a deck of 8. If you guys have been keeping up with my channel, what messages do you have for the divine? What message do you have for the divine? Man, this is the one that sat on the table. The other one's went on the floor. Keep your heart open. I don't know if you guys are receiving a lover or things like that, but this can also mean keep your mind open. Open-minded, open-hearted, just ensure that you guys are thinking openly about things. You know what I'm saying? Keeping open arms, all of these things, because you don't want to deflect any situation that might come up. Any opportunities, if that's what you're searching for, right? So make sure you guys are keeping that in mind, right? Always keep be open-minded to things. That doesn't mean anything that you do not engage with or has nothing to do with where you're trying to go in life. It don't mean like if you're trying to be an astronaut or a lawyer school is giving free pay. Why go do that if you're trying to be an astronaut? You know what I'm saying? So that doesn't mean that. What it means is, if anything is in your calling to be an astronaut and opportunities come up for being an astronaut, ensure that you guys are taking the necessary steps to, gain those opportunities that come your way. Not shoot them down because you want to go a certain location or whatever. If it applies to your journey, take it on. You know what I mean? This is gonna consist of our last reading for this morning specifically. I will see you guys later in the day with some more readings. So we're gonna try to do two in the morning, around 2 in the afternoon, 2 in the nighttime, if the day goes smoothly. If God's willing, we will be doing it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys. If you guys enjoyed this reading, enjoyed any clarity, any messages that came out of even messages that I might have said that wasn't applied to this, but maybe just in general, any knowledge, any wisdom, or any encouragement that I gave that helped, I ask that you just give a like on this video. It helps the channel grow. Also, if you would like to be connected with this YouTube video, you can subscribe, and if you would like to see more or exactly when I post to be notified, you can hit that bell on the right side of the subscribe button for post notifications. I encourage you guys to continue to grow, continue to just find things. Some of my readings might come off as negative or things like that, but just you have to understand that life is like a battery. You can't have the universe in total is like a battery. You can't have negativity. Sorry, you can't have positivity without negativity sometimes because it creates a balance. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, tough times call for stronger people, and that's typically what happens, right? So ensure that you guys remember that, and I encourage you guys to reflect on those type of things. If you guys are feeling down, and you guys are feeling depressed, you guys are going through a lot of tough times, just realize that you are a strong person. That's why you're going through their moments, and it will help you in the future. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much again for viewing this channel, showing this channel love, and appreciate it to the fullest extent. We'll see you guys. Make sure you guys communicate with Spurs. Make sure you guys are doing anything and everything that will enhance your abilities. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys soon.